I really love working for SnackMagic because everyone's super collaborative. I feel like I'm really using all my skills. I'm tapping into not just my communication skills, but also, I'm using my brain a lot. I'm using it all day. So that's something that I really like doing, and it's a good way for me to grow professionally.
The lack of politics, we're going to do something and that's that. And we are very like a results, kind of like goal-oriented team, I think.
I think the transparency makes everybody kind of understand the business a lot better and gives you a clearer direction in terms of where you need to focus your attention for your role, which ultimately leads to more success in your role. It gives you a framework of, okay, what do I need to focus on? How am I going to move forward to make that happen? So I think the transparency is just key to really understanding the full scope and not just what your team or what you are focused on individually.
My favorite thing is being intellectually honest. I really want to just make people feel comfortable. So if they are like more introverts or more extroverts, I want them to be more comfortable where they're at. And I just know that at certain circumstances with the right person, you will shine. Like for me, I want to make people shine when we're like one-on-one, where if they want to be like more louder and aggressive or funny, you can be that with me. We've been just talking more on Slack, and sometimes like I use Loom videos.
I think one way we communicate a lot is through using asynchronous video on Loom, which is a great platform to record your screen. I use Loom a lot just to document different processes, talk over certain things whenever someone needs help on the team. I just go on Loom, record something, and then send it over. It's a very efficient way of working together asynchronously, especially if you're working with people from across the world.
Transparency is super important, as well as communication. I think especially when, we're talking to these brands and trying to make sure that, we're keeping a good, positive, healthy relationship with our brand partners. But then also being able to then relay that information to our warehouse team and making sure that it's effective and it's straight to the point. It's important because we want to keep everything moving, and especially as, we grow, things get a little bit crazy and hectic. So keeping that communication is super important.
If you're doing something wrong, you want to be told that you're wrong. There's no growth without stress. And I think that in our company, we all grow constantly every single day. So I think that's something that SnackMagic does well.
We're dealing with people over the world in different cultures and languages. English is not always their first language, so it can be sometimes difficult. If you need to get on a call, you need to get on a call and just say, I don't understand what you like. Actually, we had a meeting with Sheena twice today when I called her. I'm like, Sheena, I don't understand what you're saying. It's easy to pop a Slack message. It's so important to understand what that person wants from you or what you need to do, whether it's a partner, a teammate, an ambassador, whatever it is, to have that communication because of all the different cultures and languages you're dealing with.
Sometimes things can be misconstrued. In some cases, it's important to just jump on a Zoom call and clear it out.
So we'll jump on like quick Zoom calls, sometimes just like to talk out a problem, or even just like to walk through something or respond to a customer. It gets everyone on the same page quicker. It's not like delayed 2 months down the road. It's like everyone understands, everyone knows. So if there's something that needs to be adjusted, it's adjusted then and there.
Open communication is the right thing to do. People feel more secure, better, and more involved in the process when they know what's going on. I think everybody is pretty logical on the team, and people come to the table with different ideas, but it's all of our jobs to convince each other if our idea is better than the other and who's right and what makes the most sense, and then we just execute it after that. My solution or my rationale is not always correct. So, and the same thing for other team members. So we just really kind of have that bit weigh in, and then we figure out, what makes the most sense mutually, and we go do it.
I think there has to be a good baseline communication, right? Knowing that maybe this person is not going to be working at the same time that you're going to be working or even on the same things. But if there's a general trust and you build that trust, then we know that things are going to get done and we're going to do the best to build whatever we need to build.
Transparency is very good for increasing productivity, because whenever I have some points I want to make, I would just be straight up. By just being direct and straightforward, we save a lot of times with back and forth. It's been very helpful in terms of increasing the productivity here at SnackMagic.
So when you have transparency, it comes with honesty. We know what each other's strengths and weaknesses are. We know what each other is good at. There's no shame in being good at something or not good at something or what it might be. And I think that once you really get there, your strengths really get accentuated in a way that I think most of the people themselves didn't see possible. I think they become better than they even knew they could be, each person. Decisions become really easy when you're transparent. And we do these Friday team meetings, and it's interesting because anybody can ask any question and say anything they want to anybody, and they can ask whatever they want. You can't fake that. And when people come on board, or if we're interviewing people and we think they're a good candidate, a good fit for Snack, we let them join those team meetings on Fridays. They're open to everybody. They're optional. There's no secrets. There's no hidden agenda.
I definitely feel that if you need to miss an optional meeting, you're very supported. As long as you can get your work done, even if it's outside of meetings and stuff, you'll always be supported. Friday team meetings, I think that they are really awesome. I think that sometimes we have really great content. I have a couple that stand out. We had one within the first couple of weeks that I had started, and it was about all of our international brand ambassadors, and they came and they talked about, you know, where they're from, what they do, how they found out about SnackMagic. We are doing this series kind of where you can, you know, ask people questions and they'll answer them. And another one that stuck out was just about how everyone kind of found SnackMagic and what the story was. And it was just really inspiring to see everyone's different backgrounds, and once again, how they're coming together and creating this environment in this company.
I always get super excited the night before, because that's something I'm always looking forward to every single week, because I know I will learn a lot from those Friday meetings. And the one I like the most is actually the one that happened recently, where Shanik shared more about his story, more about the challenges he faced as an entrepreneur. And I think that's something that can really help us to grow together and to help us to feel more connected as a team.
I love our Friday meetings that we do. I think it's a great way to bring the whole team together and provide that sense of community, especially in a remote environment with people working all over the world. It's a great opportunity to hear from different team members, hear their stories about how they got involved with SnackMagic, but also learn about different parts of the business. And it's just an opportunity for everybody to really speak up and share ideas, and I think that's a really valuable asset to our company. It's really interesting to hear everybody's stories about how they came here, and I think the fact that we are so transparent and nothing is really hidden.
It's good that I have like an hour and a half where I can kind of just sit and like listen to people on a team talk. It gets inspirational sometimes, so I enjoy it.
The Friday team meeting where we had a couple of the brand partners give a little blurb about, you know, their experience with the CPG team, experience with SnackMagic, and how it's helped them grow as a, you know, a small brand. And then of course, like speaking to the data that we provide, it just reaffirmed my decision to become a part of the SnackMagic team.
I think like one time I did a social media meeting where we all collaborated on ideas on a mural board, and it was like 50, 60 people all collaborating on a board. And I thought it was really cool to see everybody put their answers and then we all voted on them. It was the first time I ever was able to collaborate with such a big group, especially digitally, and it was very successful and everybody enjoyed it. So that was one of my favorites.
It's just nice hearing everyone, because I don't often talk to a lot of other teammates necessarily, unless it's something you're working on. So it's great just to hear everyone, to see new people.
So we learn a lot on these Friday calls. It's been an opportunity for everybody all over the world to get together, contribute their ideas. So when we're trying to solve a problem, we really get input, you know, from all 5 continents.